Alright, so I'm going to be doing a what's inside video for a Dali Zensor 1 in today's video. Now just quickly before we get started, I will mention that on the bottom there are 2 feet on the front because I use this at my computer as my sort of monitor that I record and edit videos with. So I have it on a slight angle so it's tilted back. So before you ask the question of why are there feet on the front and not on the back, that explains it. But with that being said, let's take a look inside the Dali Zensor 1. So pretty much first off the bat, let's just remove the grill and that'll expose the really nice Dali logo that I always have loved. And that leaves us with the wooden reinforced cone of the 5¼ inch driver, which I'm not going to touch because it's too pretty to. I don't want to hurt it. We have 7 screws holding the woofer in and 3 screws holding the tweeter in. One thing that I find really interesting about these speakers is every single screw is branded with the Dali logo on it. It just goes to show how much effort Dali put into their speakers. So let's remove the drivers. So I now have the woofer driver removed. Let's try and pull this out of the enclosure and have a look. Whoa, look at the magnet on the back. I'm just gonna unclip it so I can remove the driver fully from the enclosure. And there we can see a nice, oh yes, Dali Zensor 5¼ inch woofer, dalispeakers.com. There's the ID for the woofer. And oh wow, I've never seen a woofer with like this much branding on the back of it. Nice seal around the outside there. You can see where it seals the air so there's no leakage. From the back you can see a very deep wood pulp cone. Quite a nice feeling, very solid basket, some nice terminals on the side, and a decent sized magnet with the magnetic shielding secondary magnet on the back. That's what these magnets are for, by the way. When like my old Sony speakers that people said it was like almost like in cars, like a ricer type thing. It's not at all. What this is actually used for is to sort of cancel out the magnet stuff that happens from this magnet so it doesn't kill your monitors and things when they're right beside it. So that's good because I always run these like within inches of a computer monitor. With that being said, the woofer is pretty solid looking. The actual voice coil size looks to be reasonably big, not for what it is, that is. The tinsel leads look pretty nice. Everything looks really nice. The suspension is quite plush and soft, which is again probably why these speakers are so accurate. I love the sound of these things. I use them to edit every single video I upload with. And yeah, so we have also a vented pole piece, I believe, which will be getting the air that's trapped behind this dust cap that is a nice concave dust cap. And we can always see these little scratches that are on the cone. That's how the actual cones come from the factory. My other speaker is exactly the same and it has different scratches in different places. It's pretty cool. It makes every speaker unique because they have their own scratches in certain spots or their own little lines. I shouldn't call them scratches. But with that being said, here is the woofer. Let's put this to the side and let's remove the tweeter. Okay, so I now have the screws for the tweeter removed. So let's see if I can push this thing out from the back. There we go. And let's remove the wires. So let's just quickly remember, on the left of the tweeter here is the blue wire, and on the right of the tweeter is the black one, or the white one I should say. So I'm going to assume that they're probably different sizes anyway. I can't really look at them right now, so I'm just trying to pull them off the tweeter. So yes, they are. On the back we have Dali Zensor tweeter. Again, lots of branding on the back, but that's okay because I really love the sound of this tweeter. We have a nice look up close and personal with the thing. You can see it is a very nice looking tweeter. It is very solidly built. And there's another sealing little gasket around the outside there that makes it feel like it's really good quality. And the terminals are on the left and the right side of it. And we have the dalispeakers.com and the tweeter ID. Anyway, it is a high quality feeling tweeter. And I highly recommend these Dali speakers if you're on a budget and you want some really good sounding speakers. I've had nothing but success with these things. I absolutely love the sound of them. But with that being said, let's have a look inside of the enclosure and see what it's made up of. Okay, so if we have a look inside, we can actually see things like the wires are taped or tied down so they can't actually flex when the speakers are playing. Just little details like this really make or break a speaker. So what I'm going to do now is turn it around and pull the crossover out, which I'm assuming is attached to the back of the terminal cup, so we can have a closer look at that, because I was just going to remove the foam, but it's all glued down, of course. So let's have a quick look at this crossover and see how far out of the box I can remove it. And besides that, we can also see the port that goes through to the back. It's approximately, I'd say, 6 inches long and about an inch and an inch wide. But definitely some very, very nice speakers. Again, I know it sounds like I'm continuously talking them up, and I really am, because I love these things so much. I'm not being paid by Dali or anything. I wish I was. Man, if I could get a set of these for free, I'd be absolutely over the moon. But with that being said, if you're really on the market for a set of really hi-fi sounding speakers on a reasonable budget, I think these things in Australia will run you like $300 to $400 for a pair. These are absolutely amazing sounding speakers, and I couldn't recommend them more. So let's quickly pull the terminal cups off the back. Hopefully it's the same size. Oh, no, now we have screws. So I am going to remove that now. Also, I highly recommend you never use this here on the back to wall mount them, because it just blocks the port, and you don't want to be blocking the port. You can also see the Dali Zensor 1 logo on the back. Lots and lots of branding, but I'm not complaining one bit, because it's a top quality brand and they should be showing off their name as much as they possibly can. Also, the terminals, the actual terminals themselves are very high quality. I love the feeling, the really big ones. You can hold onto it and twist it really tightly, and it doesn't hurt your fingers trying to do it. But anyway, let's remove this out of the back and have a look at the crossover. Okay, so I now have the 4 screws that hold the terminal cup in removed, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to come around here and untie this cable tie or push some slack into the wire so I can remove it. But with that being done, let's try and pull the terminal cup out. If I can't do it from this side, I'll try it from the back, see if I can push it out that way. But I think there might actually be some more securing, because I'm trying my hardest to push that out and it's not happening. Let's have a look on the inside and see if I can see anything. Alright, so I just had to give it one very solid push and it's removed the crossover here, and we can have a nice close look at this crossover and see that it is very beefy, considering these are pretty much only like supposed to be rated at 50 watt or something like that. And definitely an overkill crossover, but again, a very high quality one, and I'm sure there's Dali branding all over it. Alright, so there we have it, my quick look inside the Dali Zensor 1s. Now, if you enjoyed this video, chuck a like down below, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and if you want to see me do a what's inside video on something like my CV900 or CV2800s, let me know down in the comment section below, because I'm heavily considering doing a video on one of those amplifiers, or both. Let me know. The amount of likes this video has will show me how much that you guys would like to see that. But with that being said, if you've enjoyed, chuck a like on the video, subscribe to the channel down below if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.